So good evening and welcome to Spirituality and Healing Meet. I'm Shashi Dhar, your host. And today, the agenda for the session today is Timeless Mind in Here and Now. We're already in the series of Perfect Health. We're talking of ageless body and timeless mind. And today we are going to look into the details of timeless mind in here and now. So that is what is the agenda for today. But before we move on to the agenda for today, let's have a quick recap and some learning from the last sessions. Anybody has any kind of questions or anything you want to share about your experiences? So you can please go ahead. So anybody who would like to share? Tony ji, Nikita ji, anything you would like to share? We just had a discussion and Nita ji shared that what is important from her point of view is that her level of acceptance has gone high and she's experiencing happiness in all major aspects of her life, whether it is health, wealth, or relationships, right? Great. So that's a big breakthrough, I would say. Not a small thing. बहुत लोग बहुत सालों की तपस्या करने के बाद ये ऐसे benefits मिलते हैं. So if you're getting that here, it is very good. So good round of applause for Nita ji for manifesting that in her life. Great. Who else? Nikita ji, what are you manifesting in your life? What are any belief system that you have changed? Any kind of results that you are producing in your life, which you would like to share?
I can't say much about changes. I just feel things are going on as they are. But time and again, I keep remembering that, oh, I'm here to do something better, not just to eat, sleep, and work.
So besides the normal day-to-day activities, you are thinking that there is a life purpose which is beyond all these, right? And that is what is really moving you on the spiritual journey. So very good. So that is the awakening that we are talking of, right? So every seeker is on the path of awakening. So once you're awakened, you will be moving on the spiritual journey faster. So welcome to the journey. Yeah, good. Okay, who else would like to share? Tony, you were saying that you changed some belief system. So can we have some sharings on that?
Well, I would only like to say one very important thing that has changed in my life. There are many factors where I'm still there is a lot of I wouldn't say struggle, but there is still a lack of maybe happiness, I don't know, but yeah, there is one definite thing that has made a lot of difference in my life is acceptance of whatever situation I am being bombarded with, or whatever I come across every single day. To be very honest, for the last 1 month or so, I have been realizing that divine powers have been bombarding me with a lot of unexpected things which I do not normally. I'm not easily comfortable with. But these days I've taken things in my stride that okay, fine. This is also one way of maybe the divine trying to test me or whatever. So I have just started accepting that theek hai yaar, like if this is what it is, let it be so. तो वो थोड़ा सा है, like बाकी I don't know, like I really don't know what exactly I can pinpoint and say that okay, this is a miraculous change and that is something miraculous has happened. But things are just going on, like they're just going on, and the best part is that I'm just accepting each day as it comes.
Very good. So acceptance is the key. So many people have said acceptance is something which they are picked on and that is making a huge difference in their life. So that's great, Tony. And if that is what is moving you forward in your life and on your spiritual journey, So welcome to that journey, and it's a great achievement, I would say. Yes.
Yeah, one thing I would like to, one
Yes.
thing I would definitely like to say that with this attitude of acceptance, there are always on a daily basis, there are a lot of breakdowns that happen because I'm trying to fight my old model. I'm trying to, defeat whatever beliefs I had earlier. So that becomes a big struggle for me and a big fight for me. And it breaks me down many times, but I'm still, I'm okay with it.
Okay, so good, Tony, that what you shared. But just to give you some more clarity to others who might be listening to it. So when we are talking of changing a belief system, so what we are looking forward to is that if there is any area in your life where there is some kind of suffering or misery, then the foundation of that suffering and misery is based on a belief system which is not serving you right now. That is the point. Okay, that is why I was saying, how do you change your belief system? That will give you the quality of your life. So suppose if you're struggling with some kind of a disease, okay, that's common for all. So if you're talking of perfect health, yes, everybody wants perfect health. But if you're suffering from any kind of disease or illness in your body, then what is the thought? Yes, my body is subject to aging. My body is subject to disease. My body is subject to death. All these are normal thoughts which the society has drilled into us. So when you pick up a belief system like I am becoming younger and younger day by day, that belief system is going to break all the other belief system of aging, of decay, of disease, of death. This we have talked in the last sessions, right? So
Yeah.
this belief system is very powerful. So when you are having some kind of failures or breakdowns or suffering or misery in your life, look for a belief system which is the foundation of this. Then change that belief system to a universal law. Is suffering and misery a universal law? Is every human being suffering and is he miserable in life? No, that is not a universal law. We are creating our own sufferings and miseries. Right? If diabetes was natural, then all human beings should have diabetes after the age of particular age of 50 years. Right? That is not the case. So any disease or any injury or any condition in your life is not a universal law. You are creating it with your own karmas, which means your thoughts, your words, your actions. First, that is the belief system. So when you take responsibility for whatever is happening in your life, then that belief system will actually give you freedom. So there won't be any struggle against that. First, you have to identify which belief system is creating that problem. Then change that belief system to a universal law. Universal law is easy to accept because it is a universal law. You can't do much about it. You have to accept it. Then see how that law can apply in your life and create that magical result which you desire. That is the process of transformation. Yeah. So Tony, being that inquiry, I'm sure we had a discussion and you would be moving in that direction. Only thing is it didn't come out the way I wanted it to come out. So that's why I wanted to clarify it. So I hope this is clear to everybody. अगर आपकी लाइफ में कोई फेलियर है, कोई सफरिंग है, कोई मिजरी है, look for a belief system which is not serving you right now and challenge that belief system because it is not a universal truth. And then keep inquiring till you reach a universal truth and then you say, okay, yes, this is what I can accept. So disease is not a universal law. Aging is not a universal law. We saw that. That is why we talked of perfect health with the concept of ageless body. Body does not age. We bring aging in our body by our belief system. By thinking that I am becoming older and older day by day. I am becoming more and more, weak, and more diseases are going to come to me. You are creating that belief. That's why this is coming. Change your belief system. That was the point, right? So changing the belief system definitely is a very powerful method of transforming your life. And today we are going to talk of one step ahead now. We have talked of ageless body. We are going to talk of timeless mind now. Okay. So when we talk of timeless mind, what is the thought that comes to you? What is the thought that comes to you? Meanwhile, let me welcome Mr. Sushil Jain. Sushil Jain. Amit ji, आपने invite किया इनको?
ये PYP से जुड़े हुए हैं. Yeah.
PYP से जुड़े हुए.
Thank you,
Okay.
Sushil ji, for joining.
Sushil ji, welcome. If you can switch on your video, we'll be able to connect better. Yes, and if you have anything to share, please feel free to share that. Okay, welcome.
Thank you, sir.
तो जब भी आप सेशन में कुछ शेयर करना चाहें,
सभी का नमस्ते.
अपने व्यूज रखना चाहें, please feel free to do that. Yes. Okay, so going back to the discussion. Now we are going to talk of when we hear the word timeless mind. What comes to your mind? सबसे पहले दिमाग में क्या थॉट आता है? Is it real? Is it possible? Or is it just a concept in the book? What do you think? What is time? If I ask you, simple question. What is the thing that comes to you when you hear timeless mind, and what do you understand by the concept of time? Yes, Tony, go ahead.
I think what I can understand by timeless mind is the mind, a mindset which is not affected by any situation or any circumstance in your life.
Okay. All right. Okay, got it. So that could be a stable mind. That could be a stable mind. That does not necessarily mean a timeless mind. Timeless का मतलब क्या हुआ? मैं timeless mind क्यों बोला मैंने? मैं फिर stable mind के ऊपर discuss करते हैं ना हम लोग. The topic is timeless mind. Why timeless?
Are we saying that the mind does not change just basis the time? But ऐसा भी नहीं है. I think mind does change.
Okay, good inquiry. So mind does not change with time.
Are we thinking of on the lines of here and now, carpe diem, capture the day?
Yeah.
Who's that? Sure, but I think I can't put in my words. But I think मैं सुनना चाहूँगा कि how does mind related to timelessness? I think soul can be related to timelessness, but I think I'd like to hear.
Okay. Just to before we move on to Neeta ji, आपने हाथ खड़ा किया. Before I come to you, just wanted to clarify this. Soul is beyond time and space. Let's understand that.
Yeah,
The whole universe is in time and space. Okay. Soul is beyond time and space. So we will leave the soul discussion apart. I'm talking of mind. Mind is very much part of this universe. Mind is a body. Manomaya kosh. Just like a physical body, Annamaya kosh. Mind we are talking of is Manomaya kosh. Correct. So it is very well within this time and space, but we are talking of mind as timeless. Why are we talking mind as timeless?
No idea.
Okay, so let's inquire.
Because I think it never stops thinking. No, all the time mind is constantly running. Something or the other.
Then it will become a restless mind. It will not become a timeless mind.
This cannot be the definition.
Then it is a restless mind.
Is it that mind is definitely within the space but beyond time, somewhere between space and time? But it is ascended beyond time.
Okay, good. Let's inquire into this. Good inquiry. Yeah. Okay. So let me give you some food for thought now. Let me put some direction in that thinking. Okay. So when we talk of time, first of all, let us understand. How do we understand time? Past, present, and future. Correct? So our concept of time is what? A linear concept. Everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
Past, present, and future. That is the concept of time. Something happened in the past. Right now we are sitting in this session. So this is the present. And something is going to happen in the future. Right? Yeah. Now this goes very subtle, huh? So you need to follow. Everybody be more attentive. Don't do anything else right now. What do you understand by past? Where is it existing? Where is the past existing? Think about it. What you did 1 year before, what you did 20 years before, what you did today in the morning, that is also past. What you did just 2 minutes before also is past. Where is that existing?
In our memory.
In your
Memory.
mind. So it is a memory. The past is existing in your life as a memory. So you can say it is a thought. So where is past? Past is a thought in the mind. Where is future? Where is future?
Again in the mind.
Future is again some thought of an expected event. It is also a thought. So time is actually a function of the thought. Yes or no? If time is a function of the thought, and if I can train my mind to think of only here and now, only here and now, right now, you are in this session. Don't think of anything. Be here right now. Be here, right here. There's no time. Then there is no time. Then you are experiencing timelessness. When the mind is absolutely stable, you said stable, Tony, that is very close actually. The mind is absolutely stable and steady in the present, in the here, in the now. Then that is timelessness. That is timelessness. But how many of us experience timelessness of mind? Mind is always running away to the past or running away to the future. It's absolutely impossible. Mind is like a huge giant. It is a sleeping giant. And if you have to control that mind, it is like, taming a big giant. So usko here and now mein lana is what is timelessness. Otherwise, mind will keep running around in the past or in the future. How many of us experience that? Yes. Even in this session right now, you must be wondering, what are you going to do after this session? That those thoughts are coming. And if something you didn't do well in the afternoon, that those thoughts are there. So past will always give you some kind of regrets, right? Kash ye kar lete, kash ye ho jata, ya kash ye nahi kiya hota, kash ye nahi hota. Past is always about kash. If only this had happened, if only this had not happened. So past is all about regrets. So all those thoughts which are taking you to the past are basically stopping you from experiencing the life right now. Correct? Everybody okay with this kind of this much what we have discussed? So if you are going to talk of experiencing timeless mind, you have to be in the here and now. Right?
But people can have good thoughts or memories, good memories of the past also.
Yes.
Not always unhappy memories.
Yes. You can have good memories. Yes, very good. And you should actually, that is called the treasure hunt. In our programs, we normally do treasure hunting. We hunt for the good memories and then keep it in a bank, which you can refer to whenever you want to feel happy. There are memories, yes, but they are very rare. Out of 10, 9 will be painful memories, 1 will be a pleasurable memories. Yes, but you are right. These are the memories that we need to treasure. The loveliest memory that you have in your life. And if I ask you to just look back into your life and make a treasure, बहुत बड़ा एक खजाने के तौर पे आप beautiful memories of your life उसमें ऐड करने की कोशिश करें, you will find after 5 or 10 memories you will be struggling, right? But if painful memories, it's an ocean. It's an ocean. You can think of 20 to 30 memories even in one day. Painful memories are much more than the happy memories. But yes, you're right. Happy memories are there, and we need to really treasure them. Got that? Yes. One more thing I would like to share here. How many of us feel that life is happening to us moment after moment after moment? हमने गाना भी सुना हुआ है ना, आने वाला पल जाने वाला है. Tony would have sung this much better, right? But what I'm trying to say is that we think that life is happening moment after moment after moment. But actually life कैसी होती है हमारी मालूम है? Our life is based on event after event after event. Time is a concept of the mind. Just now we saw that. Time is a function of the thought. So it is a concept of the mind. माया है. If you ask me straight away, शास्त्रों की भाषा में अगर मैं बोलूं तो ये जो समय का जो जाल है, this is actually Maya. Try to understand. Let us look. A child is born. It is an event. Correct? So you were born. It was an event. After that, you started walking. Another event. After that, you started running. Another event. So it is, life is always an event after event after event. But we don't look at that like that. We see life is after moment after moment after moment. We are completely engrossed or captured in the concept of time. What has really happened is life is all about events. It's an accumulation of events, which if you put it linearly, it will give you a concept of, say, something like past, present, and future. But what is time? Let me tell you. Let me give you an experiential form of time. Okay. Just think, you are waiting for someone, maybe your loved ones, your beloved, outside a mall or a cinema hall where you're supposed to meet. You have waited there for half an hour. Every minute looks like an hour. Yes or no? Every minute looks like an hour. So you have waited there for 30 minutes and it looks like you have been waiting there for 30 hours. And when the person, when your beloved comes, what is your expression? You are ready to burst. You are ready to explode, right? Because those 30 hours of waiting has made you so negative and so full of explosion that you are going to really have a bad experience there. Correct? So 30 minutes actually looked like 30 hours. Yes or no? How many of us have had that experience? Emotion is negative, the time doesn't pass. Now, imagine another situation. You are with your beloved for the whole day. You went for lunch, and then you went for a beautiful drive, and then you had watched a movie, then you went for shopping, and then you come back, and you are absolutely bubbling with excitement and happiness. And those 10 hours went like, you say, wow, पूरा दिन निकल गया, मुझे तो ऐसा लगा 10 मिनट हुए. So 10 hours have gone and it looks like 10 minutes. So how do you explain time now? When you are feeling sad and when you are upset, 10 minutes look like 10 hours. When you're happy and when you're enthusiastic, then 10 hours look like 10 minutes. So where is the concept of time? And this is from your real life experience. Yes or no? Now tell me, what is the concept of time? So time is always a function of your thought. It's a function, it's a concept of the mind. Can you get it? हमारी लाइफ में घटनाएं होती हैं, वो घटना अगर अच्छी है तो टाइम बड़ी जल्दी निकल जाता है, और वो घटनाएं अगर पेनफुल हैं तो वो टाइम कभी नहीं निकलता है. So time is actually what? Now let us look at scientifically. What is time? Time का फॉर्मूला क्या है? Anybody? Time का फॉर्मूला क्या है? Distance over speed. Everybody knows that, right? Time is equal to distance over speed. If you increase the distance or if you decrease the time, क्या होगा? Time बढ़ जाएगा. Simple है ना? Everybody clear on that, right? Am I audible? Tony, am I audible?
You are audible, but can you please repeat what you just said?
Yeah, that I will do, because मेरे को लगा still हो गया, इसलिए मैं पूछ रहा था.
Maybe.
What I'm saying is, what is the, let us look at now, what is time? So time, scientifically, the formula for time is what? Distance over speed, correct? Time is equal to distance over speed, no?
Distance over speed.
Distance divided by speed.
Okay.
Over means, yeah, slash.
Yeah,
No?
okay.
Okay. So distance divided by speed is time. We know that, right? Kilometers per hour बोलते हैं ना speed को, तो वैसे ही time को भी kilometers per speed बोलेंगे तो time आएगा ना. ये तो simple है यार, ये तो simple science है, हाँ, simple formula है. Now understand, if you want to decrease the time, what you will do? If you want to decrease the distance or increase the speed. Get that? So when we say 1 day has passed, what exactly are we saying? 1 day has passed. Earth has moved around the axis once, that's all. Earth की एक speed है और अपने axis पे उसने rotate किया, that is called day and night. And when the Earth moves around the sun at a particular speed, then we say it is 1 year. So time again is a function of only the distance and the speed, right? If you increase the speed, the time will come down. Okay, Delhi to Bombay, 30 years before, 1970s की बात करते हैं. Delhi to Bombay, if you are going by train, it's what, 36 hours? 36 hours. So Delhi to Bombay time is 36 hours. Everybody okay with that? Right? Then maybe Delhi to Bombay by Rajdhani, now it is 16 hours. So time has reduced. Delhi and Bombay distance तो same है. Speed बढ़ा दिया तो time कम हो गया. Get that? So time का कोई standardized concept है क्या? Distance कम कर दो, time कम हो जाएगा. Speed बढ़ा दो तो time कम हो जाएगा. तो time का अपना कोई वजूद है? It is a man-made concept. Can't you see that? Calendar इंसान ने बनाया, भगवान ने बनाया. Calendar किसने बनाया? So the day, the weeks, the months, किसने बनाया?
इंसान ने.
It is a concept of the mind, right? जब अर्थ सूरज के एक चक्कर मार लेता है तो 365 डेज मानते हैं हम उसको, 1 साल मानते हैं. 1/4 है उसको हम निगलेक्ट कर देते हैं. कैलकुलेशन देखो इंसान की. और जब 4 साल हो जाते हैं तो 1/4 को जोड़ के एक दिन एक्स्ट्रा बना के उसको नया टर्म दे दिया लीप ईयर और उसको फरवरी में जोड़ दिया 29. That is all a concept of the mind. So forget the calendar, forget the time. Time is a concept of the mind. How many of you can agree with me now? There is nothing called time in truth. Truth में time है ही नहीं. You have to experience life as a sequence of events, not a sequence of moments. Life is not coming to you moment after moment after moment. Life is coming to you event after event after event. You look at that and that concept of time will vanish. Yes or no? You are awake now. After some time you are tired, so you will go to sleep. And when you wake up, you will again start working. Forget the concept of day and night. That is only the rotation of Earth on its axis. What is night for you will be day for many people on this planet only. Right? And I have not talked of space travel and time travel. Okay. So I'm not going into those kind of discussions. That will make it even more clear that time does not exist. Okay. But I don't want to get into that. I'm looking at your life. मैं अपनी लाइफ में और आपकी लाइफ में दिखाना चाह रहा हूं कि टाइम की कोई कंसेप्ट है ही नहीं. हम जबरदस्ती उसमें फंस गए हैं. So what you should do, if life is all about a sequence of events, what are you supposed to do now? What is really, really important for you? Pick up that event and do that. Participate in that event which is important for you, which makes you blissful. Yes or no? Choose an event which you love to do, which will make you blissful, and do that event. Where is the concept of time? रात को करना है रात को करो. मतलब अब मैं नॉर्मल टर्म में बोल रहा हूँ. रात को करना है रात को करो, दिन में करना है दिन में करो. थक गए हो तो सो जाओ, उसके बाद करो. जागे हुए हो, एनर्जेटिक हो तो अभी करो. There is only one time right now. So we are not talking of the eternal soul, we are talking of the mind. Mind is right now, here. That is the perfect way to live life. Forget time. Time kuch hai hi nahi. Now let me ask for some people to share, because I have said too many things. Making sense? Making sense? How many of you are totally confused? क्या क्या बकवास हो रही है?
क्या कह रहे, मतलब जस्ट टू मेक श्योर कि मैंने करेक्ट समझा है, मैं एक एग्जांपल अक्सर लेता हूँ जिसमें एक इंसान गेट्स बोर्न ऑन एन आइलैंड और रीचेस एन आइलैंड एंड देयर इज नो इंटरनेट एंड देयर इज नोबडी टू इंटरेक्ट विद. So in this particular context, if this guy lives on that island and he grows in age 5, 10, 11, 12, 15, 20, 30 years, he will see the events happening one after another, but he will not know what is time.
Correct.
Is it?
He,
okay.
He will have no concept of time. He will have no concept of day. उसको पूछो जून कहेगा जून क्या है? उसको बोलो 11 बजे तो 11 बजे क्या होता है? सूरज देख के बताता हूँ मैं तो, सूरज वहां है ऊपर, सूरज वहां जाएगा तो मैं जो भी करूंगा. उसने अपने रूटीन बना रखे हैं, looking at the sun.
But tell me, knowing and not knowing these units called days, weeks, hours, seconds, minutes, and years, how can it help the overall spiritual stability inside?
You will break the illusion of time. Time is an illusion. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying don't look at the watch. I'm not saying don't look at the day to day. Have a look at it, but understand that it is an illusion. You don't have to be caught up with it. उसमें फंस के नहीं रह जाना है कि हाय 11 बज गए अब क्या होगा मेरा, मैं मर गया. वो कंसेप्ट नहीं पकड़ना है. 11 बज गए तो बज गए, रोज बजते हैं. अब क्या करना है, अगला इवेंट क्या करूं मैं, दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट? अभी मेरी जूम मीटिंग चल रही है, हो गया, ठीक है. उसको 10 बज गए, हाय भगवान नहीं बोलूंगा, 10 बज गए अब क्या कर रहे हैं, कौन सा इवेंट पकड़ूं विच विल मेक मी ब्लिसफुल, आई विल डू दैट. फॉरगेट क्या बजे हैं, आई विल बी इन्फॉर्म्ड, ओके 11 बज गए, 12 बज गए, ओके. If I have something to do at maybe 3:34, then I will say, okay, now it's time for me to take rest. That is an indication, not a compulsion. Time is never a compulsion, right? So don't link your life with the time. That's all I'm saying. Time के साथ बांध के मत रखो उसे. Be aware of what the time is. That's fine. So time is a concept of the mind. Time is a function of the thought. Then you will be free from the limits of the time. Then you do whatever you want to do. Whatever makes you blissful, do that. And you have a lot of time for that, right? Suddenly you find that you are not bound by time. You will have a lot of time to do whatever you want to do. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yeah. But that doesn't mean that you go tomorrow, don't need you go to school and say there is no time. Yeah, you will have to follow some rules. उनके लिए जरूरी है अभी. But अपने दिमाग से टाइम के बंधन को हटा दो. Nothing is going to happen if you are 2 hours late. There are ways and means how to make up or catch up with the events which you want to do, which will make you blissful. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, let's have some more people share. Amit ji, aapko clarity mil gayi. Anybody else who would like to share? Nikita ji, Tony, Sylvia ji, Neeta ji, Umesh ji, Sushil ji, and Vivek Sharma ji. Anybody who would like to share? क्या चल रहा है दिमाग में? Yes, Nikita ji.
You mentioned earlier, do not relate to time as moments, but to experiences.
Experience the event.
Meaning?
Meaning, what is happening right now will give you an experience of who you are. Okay. So, for instance, if the incident is you are in the office and your boss is shouting at you, an incident? Yes, it is an incident. What are you experiencing? You are experiencing being not accepted. You are experiencing being not respected. Okay. Now, that gives you one particular type of being. What are you going to do now? That is always important. How are you going to respond to the situation? That will create a new you, right? If you are getting scared, then you are becoming a victim. Okay. So are you operating from your victim ego? Then you will start behaving in a particular way and you will experience yourself as a victim. So that incident has to be taken as an incident which is going to give you an experience of who you are. So you have to say, I am a soul playing a role. Let me play a positive role. Let me play an empowering role. What am I doing as a responsible junior? What am I supposed to do right now? So you are being proactive. You are being responsive, not reactive. That is the purpose of life. Don't look at the watch. How long is he going to shout? because time is an illusion. That's all I'm saying. Don't bother about the time. Think of what are you experiencing right now and what next can you do which will make you blissful. That's all. And all the events are independent events. They are giving you an experience of who you are. You need not connect each event together. Okay, but we normally connect each event together. My boss shouted at me, now I'm going to shout at my junior, or I'm going to go back and shout at my wife or husband, or my younger brother or younger sister, or my friend, or I'm too stressed out now, let me go for a drink. Everything is connected. No, everything is independent. What are you experiencing? Look at that. Then you will bifurcate the events, right? And you will be free from the time. That's all I'm saying. So Nikita ji, did I make my point clear? Great.
Thank you.
Yes, anybody else? Yes, Umeshi, you want to share something? Go ahead.
No, sir, you are, concept from your side, you are very clear, but still there is some confusion in us because, you see, every event, definitely I agree with you because the life is full of a series of events culminated to that, and as we are today, when you recollect our events, so based upon that, the good or bad thoughts will come, and but those events has got a relation. No, at so and so time, this event has happened. So many years back, this event has happened.
Yes.
So there again, it is a small measure of time only, according to me, because that event has happened about 10 years back. That means now, yes, 10 years, everything is human created only. I agree. But ultimately, our even the great astrologers or our from Sanatana Dharma, they also found out that when we revolve the सूर्य के एक दिन में 24 hours तो हमने बोला है वो लोग उन्हें different measure में करते थे, but based upon that so many time gaya, yuga gaya, so that they are telling, is it not time is important?
Yes, you can be informed by it. You can be informed by it. Like we should know that we are in Kali Yuga. Obviously, it is a function of time. We should be aware of it, but we should not be limited by it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, okay, that I agree. We should be aware of that, but we should not be, just imprisoned with that time से हमारा ये सभी चल रहा है बोल के ऐसा नहीं है. Then it is little difficult for us to.
That's why I'm saying this is a new belief system. You have to accept that belief system. The time is a man-made concept. It is not a universal truth. That's all I'm saying. The whole agenda, if you put in one line, is that time is a concept of the mind. It is a man-made concept. It is not a universal truth.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. So
and,
time, you should be informed by your time. You should not be constrained by it. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And some people were telling, when you go in the space, I think we are going the negative of the time or something. I don't know what.
That's why I didn't want to touch that topic.
You travel a journey.
Yes.
Even after in this same 5 years or 10 years of this journey, the person will be older, but there he will not get. He will be still younger.
Yes.
They say, I don't know how far it is.
Yeah, that is a discussion I didn't want to get into. It is called time travel and space travel. I will refrain from that in this topic, because here we are talking of the practical life situations, right? So I will leave that. Yeah. Okay. But you're right. There is definitely the concept of time travel and space travel. Those who are interested can do the scientific study on that. Yeah. Good. Thanks. Good, Umesh. Thank you. Now let me also put it in this way. When we talk of time, let's look at the flow of a river. Everybody has gone to Ganges. When we talk of river, we talk of Ganges. Yeah. So सब लोग गंगा में स्नान किए हुए, mostly सबने किया होगा. At least you can visualize a river flowing and you are taking a bath in that, maybe Haridwar. Okay, is that fine? Now, the river is called Ganges since eternity, correct? Now, when you go to Haridwar, maybe last year you went there and you had a dip in the holy Ganges. जिस पानी में आपने डिप लिया वो गैंजेस था, राइट? और वो पानी तो फ्लो हो गया ना, वो पानी फ्लो हो गया. So water in the Ganges is always flowing, but the river is still called the Ganges only, right? The river Ganges still remains the Ganges, whereas the water, it keeps flowing every second. Water is continuous flow, right? Life is also a continuous flow of events. Yes. So we are experiencing that flow of events in life. It's like a flow of river, like the water flowing in the river. We are experiencing events flowing in our life. You can also consider that as the flow of cells in our body. Our body remains the same, whereas the new cells are coming, the old cells are going. But we still feel our body is the same, just like Ganges, the river is the same. The water is not the same. The cells in the body are not the same. You are not the 5-year-old body. Nothing of you is still the 5-year-old body. Right? Everything has changed. वो पानी बह गया ना, ये तो नया पानी है, नए cells हैं. You understand? So the body is not the same, but you know that you are the same. You are existing in that 5-year-old. You are existing in that 10-year-old. You are the same as the 20-year-old. Though the body has changed, you have not changed. So you are eternal, the soul, but the body which keeps on is a flux. It's like a flowing river. Similarly, the mind also is a body, is constantly a flow of memories. Mind is a flow of memories. Let the memory come and let the memory go. Let the events come, let the events go. Don't get attached with the events. Right? So let me tell you, there is also very common saying, time is a big healer. How many of you have heard that? Time is a big healer. How many of you believe it? Rubbish. It is not true at all.
Yeah.
Time can never heal. Time can only heal a physical wound. Time can only heal a physical wound. If you have got an injury on your hand, you leave it. After 2-3 days, new skin will come, the blood will clot, the new skin will come. Physical wound, time is a good healer. Your mental scars, your emotional trauma, you can carry on for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, for your lifetimes. Past life regression इसीलिए कराते हैं लोग. Past life के trauma लेके बैठे हुए हैं. बिल्कुल heal नहीं होगा जब तक कोई healer आके heal नहीं करेगा. So time only heals the physical wound. So time is a big healer. बोल के मत बोलो. किसी ने अगर धोखा दिया 25 साल बाद ना उसे बिल्कुल नहीं भूलोगे आप. आपने 25 साल तक अपने जहर पकड़ के रखा हुआ है. You have to let it go. An emotional wound will go only when you let it go and let the wound heal. You have to understand that, right? So get rid of your unnecessary belief systems that you're holding on to. Time is a good healer for physical wounds, not for a mental trauma. Childhood में कुछ हुआ, 25 साल बाद भी पकड़ के बैठे हैं ना, उसी के कारण लोगों को माफ नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. तो घटनाएं बहुत सारी हुई हैं. Events can happen 20 years before. The water has been flowing, right? But the event has happened 20 years before. You are still holding on to it. You are in big trouble.
Yeah.
You have to let go of the event, let go of the emotional baggage, and flow with the river. That is what you are supposed to do. You are supposed to flow like a river, like the water in the river. That is how your mind should be. All the events should come and flow in the mind like a river. All the cells in your body are supposed to flow in your body like a river. Now you understand what I'm trying to say? Everything is a flux. Everything is in a motion. There is nothing stagnant. Whatever is stagnant will cause stink. पानी जब इकट्ठा हो जाता है क्या होता है? बदबू देता है ना. Whatever is holding, you are holding on to, will produce stink in your life. Enjoy, let go, move on. That is the purpose of life. That is how the life flows. Whether it is body, whether it is mind, it has to flow. And the one who is witnessing this flow is you. You are the soul. That unmoving, unchanging, eternal soul who is watching all this, who is experiencing all this. Okay, so a bit too much of a gyan, right? So anybody who would like to share?
I think Vivek wanted to ask something.
Vivek wanted to ask something. Okay, go ahead, Vivek. Yeah. You are on mute, I suppose. Yeah. Okay, good.
Mute nahi hai, but I can't hear him.
Yeah, I can't hear you. Vivek ji, I can't hear you.
No, wait, Vivek, I think your knob is not. No.
Check कर लीजिए. We'll come back to you. Yeah, just check your audio. Yes, anybody else who would like to share? I've given a bit of a tough gyan now, so let me have some people share. क्या खुल के आ रहा है? Anything you want to ask? हाँ, अब आवाज आ रही है विवेक जी?
Yes, sir. I
Yeah.
wanted to ask. Let
Yeah.
me unmute this. Stop my video because I have stopped using headphone now.
Okay.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yeah. Good.
I just heard that whatever you said in today's meeting, I have got few observations about it.
Yeah.
One can control the feeling or be bereft of the what you call टाइम से तभी हट सकता है या तो उसको लाइफ में सब कुछ अच्छा ही अच्छा मिला और लाइक महात्मा बुद्ध कि अच्छे से मन भर गया अब अच्छे में कोई अटैचमेंट या डिस्टेस्ट बचा ही नहीं है.
ओके.
हेलो.
हाँ.
या फिर ऐसा हो कि जिस आदमी को लाइफ में प्रॉब्लम हो तो थक गया हो कि भी अब अच्छा बुरा जो भी होगा सब बराबर ही.
ओके.
Third condition is for normal people like us who have got a combination of everything, good or bad experiences, events in our life. So for us, how to control our thought process? Because logically, sir, whatever you said, it is very understandable. दिमाग में आता है. But biggest problem, at least I have got, is control over of my thought process.
Yeah. So you are to understand. अगर हो गया सर और कुछ बोलना चाह रहे हो कि यही बोलना चाह रहे हैं?
हाँ सर, ये तीन ही पॉइंट्स मेरे थे कि अगर दो एक्सट्रीम्स पे आदमी जैसे महात्मा बुद्ध को सब कुछ राजयोग था तो उनको लगा इसमें मिलना क्या है.
तो हर एक की अपनी जर्नी है. We will not look at others' life. We will look into our own life. Yeah. So in your life, you are saying
नॉर्मल ह्यूमन बींग्स को अच्छा बुरा दोनों एक्सपीरियंस होते हैं. नॉलेज है, सब कुछ पता है कि इसको कैरी फॉरवर्ड नहीं करना है, लेट गो कर देना है, बट होता नहीं है.
So your question is what we should do to be free from the attachments that you're holding on to, correct?
Exactly.
पूछना चाह रहे हैं. हाँ. तो इसके लिए
अटैचमेंट से थॉट प्रोसेस को कंट्रोल कैसे किया जाए?
वो एक ही बात. थॉट प्रोसेस इसीलिए चल रहा है क्योंकि आपका अटैचमेंट है. Exactly. You're attached, you are hooked onto it.
Yes.
Okay? You're hooked onto it, so you keep thinking of that, right? So you have to understand, mind has this tendency of going into past or future. आपको here and now में लाने के लिए आपको एक particular साधना पकड़नी होगी. And साधना क्या है? Spiritual journey में हम अक्सर बोलते हैं, the journey is from your movement of consciousness or your rising of consciousness from your lower consciousness to the higher consciousness, which means from the root chakra or the Mooladhara chakra to the Sahasrara, right? यानी कि तमोगुण से रजोगुण से सतोगुण. I keep saying that, right? How do you experience life? बाहर की दुनिया, वस्तु, व्यक्ति, परिस्थिति. अंदर की दुनिया, मन, बुद्धि, चित्त और अहंकार, इनके इंटरेक्शन से आप लाइफ को एक्सपीरियंस कर रहे हैं. Yes, you are the soul, and you are the soul. The soul is experiencing life. बाहर की दुनिया से क्या मिल रहा है? वस्तु, व्यक्ति, परिस्थिति. अंदर की दुनिया में क्या चल रहा है? मन, बुद्धि, चित्त और अहंकार. इनके बैलेंस से आप आगे बढ़ेंगे. Right? Now you have to understand, you have to follow a sadhana. यानी कि आप अपनी स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी में या तो साधना फॉलो करेंगे या सेवा या सत्संग. यही तीन तरीके हैं.
Okay.
You have to understand where are you. आप इन तीनों में कौन सा पार्ट ले रहे हैं, कितनी प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं. साधना में आप बहुत सारे साधना ले सकते हैं. ओके. भक्ति मार्ग है, कर्मयोगी है जो आप सेवा कर सकते हो लोगों की, राइट? तो कर्म योग है, भक्ति योग है, राज योग है, ज्ञान योग है. ये योग के साधन है, 4 योग हैं जिनके मार्ग पे चल के आप अपनी साधना को पूरा कर सकते हैं. दिस विल हेल्प यू टू ब्रिंग योर कंट्रोल इन योर माइंड को कंट्रोल कर पाओगे, राइट? एंड देन यू विल एक्सपीरियंस योर रियल नेचर ऑफ सत चितानंद. which is your basic nature.
Mhm.
So when your mind is restless, you have to bring the mind under control, for which Raj Yoga will be the best. But Raj Yoga में सीधा meditation में बैठोगे तो नहीं होगा. So initially you have to start with Bhakti Yoga और Karma Yoga.
But
जो
sir,
आपको सूट
sorry to
करता है
interrupt you.
उसके हिसाब से आप अपनी साधना पकड़ेंगे. Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. I have another question.
But is that clear what I said?
हाँ वो क्लियर है सर, बट उसमें मैं एक चीज में थोड़ा सा एक और क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहूंगा.
हाँ.
हम लोग जितने लोग अपनी फैमिलीज रन करते हैं, फैमिली वाले जो भी लोग हैं, तो हम एक सेवा का मार्ग तो कर ही रहे हैं ना. माँ बाप की सेवा कर रहे हैं, अपने बीवी बच्चों की सेवा कर रहे हैं, फिर भी डिस्टर्ब है.
आप रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी पूरी कर रहे हो, वो भी रो रो के.
That is not Karma Yoga.
That is not Karma Yoga. That is you're fulfilling your responsibilities, and that too, if you're doing with a negative emotion, it will only add to your karmic bondages, attachments.
Sir,
so
what
you have to understand.
Correct.
You have to understand. I am also in a family life. Okay. So let's not say that only family people can have to leave the family life to go to spiritual. No, living in the family, we are हम सब गृहस्थ हैं, right? गृहस्थ जीवन में रह के हमको अपनी spiritual journey को आगे बढ़ाना है. तो कभी ये मत बोलिए कि spiritualism में जाऊं या materialistic world में जाऊं. दोनों
Very understanding and correct me.
Yeah, Amit ji, go ahead.
No, I think वो जो विवेक ने एक सवाल पूछा ना कर्म एंड कर्म योग, तो यहाँ पे शायद आप ही से सीखा, मैंने आपसे भी सीखा है कि जब किसी डे टू डे काम, चाहे वो ऑफिस का हो, चाहे फैमिली का हो, चाहे वो बाहर का हो, उसमें इंटेंशन डाल देते हैं, कॉन्शियसनेस डाल देते हैं फॉर द गुड ऑफ द रेसिपिएंट. फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर if you running an organization as an MD or a CEO, if the guy is giving an employment to about 100 people, that is not karma yoga till the time he does it consciously with a complete intention कि may my company and my work help all my 100 employees in the best possible fashion and blah blah blah. जो भी deeply specifically सोच सकता है, then this karma becomes karma yoga. Otherwise, it will remain karma.
See, karma and karma yoga, very simple definition is this: when you are in yoga, that means when you are in one with the divinity. When you are expressing your divinity, only then karma becomes karma yoga.
Correct.
So you have to be one with the divine. You have to see the 100 people as divine people, as divine souls. Then you will not order them. Then you will serve them. तो कर्म योग का मतलब ये, आप जो भी कर्म कर रहे हो, योग में आके कर रहे हो, उनकी सेवा के लिए कर रहे हो, और तब आपकी आध्यात्मिक उन्नति होगी. फिर वो चाहे पेरेंट्स हो या फैमिली हो या जो भी. बट अगर आप उसको एक बर्डन लेके कर रहे हो तो वो कर्म योग नहीं है. यू आर नॉट सीइंग डिविनिटी इन देम. आप उन पे या तो तरस खा के कर रहे हो या उनको गुस्सा होके कर रहे हो, तो वो फिर डिविनिटी नहीं है. So there is a difference, right? So you have to be on the path of sadhana, seva, and satsang. That's all I can say right now. Otherwise, you will have to introspect a lot into yourself कि आपकी journey कैसी है. But don't think that materialistic world and spiritual world are different. Spiritual world will only make your materialistic world much more effective. I'll say like this: materialistic world is adding zeros, and spirituality is adding a one before the zeros. The zeros will make sense only when the one is there. Get my point? Yeah. तो विवेक जी, आपके लिए बता रहा हूँ मैं, अगर आप ये समझ गए तो आपको फिर ये अलग अलग करने की जरूरत नहीं है. दोनों अलग अलग नहीं है. आपको बस अपने लिए थोड़ा सा टाइम निकालना होगा. अगर आप 10 घंटे मेटेरियलिस्टिक वर्ल्ड के लिए डाल रहे हैं, पैसा कमाने के लिए, घर वालों की उनकी जरूरतों को पूरा करने के लिए, घर के लिए, अपनी हेल्थ के लिए, घर के लिए, वेल्थ के लिए, रिलेशनशिप के लिए, ठीक है, वो सब करिए. लेकिन साधना सेवा के लिए भी 2-3 घंटे निकालिए. तब मेटेरियलिस्टिक और स्पिरिचुअलिस्टिक का बैलेंस सही बनेगा. रिमेंबर दिस एंड यू विल बी मच बेटर. 0-0 अगर ऐड करना है तो मेटेरियलिस्टिक में 0-0 ऐड होता जाएगा, कोई वैल्यू नहीं है. स्पिरिचुअलिटी में आके आप उसके आगे एक 1 लगा दीजिए. नाउ दैट विल मेक सेंस. इट विल बिकम 1 लाख और 1 crore. But only zeros doesn't make any sense. Will not give you fulfillment. Yeah, I hope I am clear.
Yeah, thank you.
Good, Viveki. Thank you very much. Okay, anybody else? We have already crossed 2 minutes of the scheduled time. So anybody who wants to share as a last takeaway, क्या लेके जा रहे हैं? उमेश जी, आपका हैंड रेस है, कुछ कहना चाह रहे हैं?
नहीं, मैंने वो टाइम को किया था हैंड रेस, आपने डाउन नहीं किया. But anyway, thank you. It's a very, very, I mean, very deeper and subject of knowledge.
Yes.
In fact, I think it takes some more time to percolate in our.
Sure.
Because since
We are going to continue this discussion in the next week also. Because
Yeah,
अभी
yeah,
theory
yeah.
दिया है, अगली बार हम पूछेंगे लाइफ में क्या आ रहा है.
But
तो
आपने ये हमको सिखाना चाहिए, ये थॉट्स को कैसे हम लोग उसको हमको इफेक्ट नहीं करे, नहीं तो थॉट्स को थॉटलेसनेस कैसा बनाने का ये टेक्निक हमको जितना आप सिखाएंगे बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. बिकॉज थॉट्स आर बाउंड टू कम, बट वो थॉट्स को हमको डिस्टर्ब नहीं करना. और एक चीज बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज मैं जानना चाहता हूँ, our bitter experiences, how to get rid of that. That is most important, because that we are unnecessarily loading our software, and that should be that technique we master. I think our progress will be very faster. So
definitely.
हमको थोड़ा ज़्यादा हमको ज्ञान दीजिए सर.
Sure. I just mentioned what I mentioned to Vivek ji. Same. साधना के 4 मार्ग हैं. कोई भी मार्ग पकड़ लीजिए जो आपको सूट करता है, जिसकी वाइब्रेशन आपको सूट करती है, उसमें आगे बढ़ जाइए. अगर आप माइंड की बात कर रहे हैं तो राजयोग विल बी द परफेक्ट वन. अष्टांग योग, धारणा, ध्यान, समाधि, that is the perfect. Yeah. But then it is a long drawn process. You have to go step by step, and you have to go with a lot of practice, with a lot of commitment. So pick up any sadhana mark, and that will do you good. Right?
Yes, sir.
And of course, keep attending the sessions. And
Yes,
every week we have a new topic.
Since the last 2 sessions, I could not. I was traveling and somewhere there, I could not make it. But I will make it a point to attend certainly every Wednesday, sir. Huh?
So this is a weekly schedule. So you should. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Umesh. Now this is a weekly program, so you can invite your family and friends here. And those who miss out the sessions, these recordings are available on the YouTube. So since the last 2 years we have been doing this, and mostly every recording is there on the YouTube. So you can watch these. And what you're talking of Ashtanga Yoga, we have dealt each step of Ashtanga Yoga in details. All the recordings are there in the YouTube. So you have to do some searching in that, and you will get all the recordings. You can watch that, right? So with this, we come to the end of the session. And I really want to thank all the participants, unless there is a burning question from someone else. Sylvia ji, koi sawal hai? Nahin? Okay, we will continue the discussion in the next week also. So because this is a very intense topic. So I want all of you to watch the recording again, share it with your friends, and contemplate on this, think about this, draw out your questions, and next week we will have a question answer session. No Gyan. This is the Gyan. On this Gyan, we will have question answer session. Yes, Amiji, you want to share something?
So based on what Umeji was asking, immediately it struck my mind that maybe next week topic we can keep actually on the same lines, which is controlling thoughts or maybe controlling minds, very specifically, just in case. I mean, I thought so. Maybe you want to think about
it. Next week, we will keep it as a question answer session.
Okay.
And then we will see how to take it as a solution. Maybe in the next to next session, we will talk of maybe this. Yeah, you'll do that. Yeah, sure. Okay, anybody else? Anybody? Nikita ji, Tony, anything that you want to share?
No,
okay, everybody okay with that? Right. So we'll close the session. Thank you very much for your participation. Enjoy a great day. Enjoy a great week. Aham Brahmasmi.
Thank you.
God bless.
Thank you. God bless you, sir.